Alrighty. Surprise, surprise. Hello. Second live of the day. You ain't used to that, is you? You ain't used to that, are you? Breaking news. I changed my profile picture and the background on Twitter. Ain't that something, huh? Ain't that something, huh? That ain't what I'm live for. I'm live because there's just no more denial. The president of the United States is compromised, like 100% compromised by the Israeli government and also the Russian government. But I know it just happened, but did you guys see Trump and Netanyahu? I've seen Eyes Wide Shut. Did you guys see Trump and Netanyahu? Or am I going to be the one to show you this? Dude, okay. I've got the full thing, but I have a couple of clips that I wanted to show you. Just one thing, Trump threatened Iran again, said that he would... All right, there's a bunch of shit. I have to show you this because this is fucking crazy. I have the whole meeting here, and I do think we should watch the whole meeting. But before we even get started, I just got to show you some of the stuff that I got for you. Check this out. Look at this.
Attack on Iran if Iran will not have a deal.
Hold on. Listen to the question.
Attack on Iran if Iran will not have a deal. If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles and also nuclear weapons.
If they will continue with the missiles, yes. The nuclear, fast. Okay. One will be yes, absolutely. The other was, we'll do it immediately.
He was asked if he will bomb Iran again. Yeah, I know it's hard to hear the guy asking the question, but just try and listen.
Attack on Iran if Iran will not have
Will there be an attack on Iran if Iran does not have a deal?
If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles.
If Iran continues with their ballistic missiles and with nuclear capabilities.
Also nuclear weapons.
And also
if they
nuclear
will
weapons.
continue with the missiles, yes.
So he's saying if they continue making ballistic missiles, yes, we're going to bomb them.
The nuclear, fast.
And if they continue making nuclear weapons, we're going to bomb them immediately. Now, here's the thing. Do you see the grin on Satan's face? It's because he's already convinced this motherfucker that they are 2 days... Trump, Donald, Iran is 2 days from making a nuclear weapon, right? So we're already there. I wouldn't be surprised if we bomb them before the new year. I'm not even fucking kidding. I think we're probably going to bomb them tomorrow, if not on New Year's Day. Because Trump has this weird thing. He likes to fuck with holidays. He hates holidays because it makes people stop thinking about him and start thinking about their families and shit. Sorry. Also, sorry my hair looks so crazy. I just got out of the shower. I didn't put any product in it. It's just dry now. All right, so yeah, we got that. I got more.
And you've been a great friend, and I've been a great friend to you and to Israel, and it's been my honor. And the award that I was given was really surprising. And
he was given the Israel Award. He's the first Goyim to ever receive this award because he's such a good fucking goy.
And very much appreciated.
Well, President Trump has broken so many conventions to the surprise of people, and then they figure out, oh, well, maybe, he was right after all. So we decided to break a convention too, or create a new one, and that is to award the Israel Prize, which in almost our 80 years, we've never awarded it to a non-Israeli, and we're going to award it this year to President Trump. This was announced formally over lunch by our Minister of Education, who's responsible for the Israel Prize. It's going to be awarded to President Donald J. Trump for his tremendous contributions to it.
Dude, he's actually like a toddler where like all you have to do is give him a participation trophy and he'll like clap his stupid fucking hands together. Oh, I got the Israel Award. I want the Nobel Peace Prize. And don't worry, he literally begs Netanyahu for the Nobel Peace Prize as if Netanyahu could fucking give it to him in the first place.
Israel and the Jewish people. I think it's such a fitting thing, and it would honor us, obviously, Mr. President, if you could visit Israel in that occasion on our Independence Day. But I have to say that this reflects the overwhelming sentiment of Israelis across the spectrum. They appreciate what you've done to help Israel and to help our common battle against the terrorists and those who would destroy
You mean against the children, bro? Because you've murdered like 30,000 children.
our civilization. So, again, that's an expression of thanks and appreciation.
Thank you, baby, very much.
There's more.
Another war with Iran.
Well, I don't want to say that, but
Another war with Iran.
Is there going to be another war with Iran? That's the question here.
well, I don't want to say that, but Iran may be behaving badly. It hasn't been confirmed, but if it's confirmed, look, they know the consequences.
What he means when he says Iran may be behaving badly is that Iran may be making a nuclear weapon, right? Now, there's two things here. Iran is definitely making a nuclear weapon. They'd have to be fucking out of their mind to not make a nuclear weapon after all the shit that's gone down, right? But the second thing is like, that doesn't give you the right to bomb them at all. If you didn't want this to happen, you shouldn't have bombed them in the first place when they were participating in the IAEA. They're no longer in the IAEA. They weren't even making nuclear weapons and you bombed them anyway. And the thing is, bro, Israel has like nuclear ambiguity. They don't tell anybody how many nukes they have. They might have none. They might have 1,000. They might have 50. Why are we pretending like Iran is the fucking villain in this situation?
Consequences will be very powerful, maybe more powerful than the last time. Yeah. And Iran should have made a deal the last time. I gave them the option. I said, you can make a deal. Do it. I told them, do it.
That's not true whatsoever. This isn't true. He never offered them a deal. Israel's attack was a surprise attack, and then we joined in. There was never a deal. There was never an offer.
And they didn't believe me. Now they believe me.
Do you have evidence that Iran is behaving badly, and what do you mean by that?
This is just what we hear. But
No, it's what you just heard from Bibi Netanyahu. He just told you that because you're actually a fucking brain-dead troglodyte, and anybody who gets close enough can whisper into your fucking ear, and the next thing you know, you're gonna sign some royal decree.
usually, where there's smoke, there's fire. Have you heard the expression?
Oh, you just heard that from Bibi. Dude, I'm telling you, I know Donald like the back of my fucking hand, bro. He did this once before with a different phrase. He hears a good phrase from somebody else and then he just repeats it over and over again because he's got like fucking autism.
What do you mean related to the nuclear
Well,
capabilities?
no, I'm hearing that they're not nuclear yet, but maybe nuclear too. The sites were obliterated, but they're looking at other sites. That's what I've heard. They're
Do you have
looking.
intelligence
So it'll
about it?
take a long time. They're not going to go back to where they were, but they have other places they can go.
Luigi?
And if they're doing that, they're making a big mistake. Yeah, please. There's no reason for them to do it.
Oh, there's no reason for them to make a nuclear weapon? You're on live television threatening to bomb them with the world's most powerful military. What? Are we fucking joking? I got more, dude.
Worried that the alleged strike on Putin's residence could scuttle the peace.
There was an attempted assassination. There was an assassination attempt on Putin. Allegedly, a fucking drone strike on his, the Winter Palace. And you're about to listen to Donald Trump say that, oh no, that's terrible, and we wish him the best.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not good. I heard about it this morning. You know who told me about it? President Putin told me about it. Early in the morning, he said he was attacked. It's no good. It's no good. Don't forget, the Tomahawks. I stopped the Tomahawks. I didn't want that.
Yeah, you stopped the sale of Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, which they could have used to completely obliterate the Russian horde and gotten rid of the oligarch at the top. Why do you want praise for that, bro? Why the fuck do you want praise for that?
Because we're talking about, it's a delicate period of time. This is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive, because they're offensive. It's another thing to attack his house. It's not the right time to do any of that.
Make your fucking mind up, Chief. Are you saying there's a right time to assassinate Putin and now's not the right time? Or are you saying that you can't fucking bomb Putin? Because that's not right. Make your fucking mind up, you dementia-addled fucking dipshit.
And can't do it. And I learned about it from President Putin today. I was very angry about it. Please. What?
U.S. intelligence services that monitor that region?
Well, it came out. It came out. Well, we'll find out. I mean, you're saying maybe the attack didn't take place. It's possible too, I guess. But President Putin told me this morning it did.
Yeah, this motherfucker believes everything Putin tells him.
But opportunity presents itself. But we're helping the people of Gaza a lot. So is Israel, by the way.
What? Tell that to the people of Gaza, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
So we'll see what happens. But
This tension, given the fact that President Erdogan calls Mr. Netanyahu Hitler and compares Israel to the Nazis.
well, I know President Erdogan very well, and as you all know, he's a very good friend of mine. And I believe that, and I do respect him. And
Yo, Netanyahu looks weird. Hold on. Luigi's trapped over there. Let me go get her. Doesn't Netanyahu look fucking weird, bro? Luigi, what's wrong? You okay? Why were you crying? She was sitting on the couch crying. Why are you crying? You okay? All right. Yeah, it looks like Netanyahu's on fucking Ozempic or it's a body double. Either one is plausible. It's Israel.
Hitler and compares Israel to the Nazis.
well, I know President Erdogan very well, and as you all know, he's a very good friend of mine. And I believe that, and I do respect him, and Bibi respects him, and they're not going to have a problem. They're not going to have a problem. I know him very well. And you've seen me do things with President Erdogan and Turkey that nobody else could have done. We're not going to have a problem. He's done a fantastic job. I'm with him all the way. I'm with Bibi all the way. Nothing's going to happen.
Brother's like, dude, those are two completely different. Those are two completely conflicting dictators. Like, it seems like you're just on the side of any dictator. You don't give a shit if they're conflicting, if they're at odds with each other, as long as they're a dictator.
What?
U.S. intelligence services that monitor that region very closely. Is there any evidence?
Oh, we saw that one already.
They didn't believe, and they didn't believe what was going to happen would happen. Yes, ma'am.
Naval exercises basically to test encircling Taiwan. Can you explain to us what your knowledge is of that? What do you think about that? Have you had any discussions with China
Well, I have a
about
great
that?
relationship with President Xi, and he hasn't told me anything about it. I certainly have seen it, but he hasn't told me anything about it, and I don't believe he's going to be doing it. No, nothing worries me.
But
Nothing.
You said where there's smoke, there's
Nothing
fire, right?
worries
So
you,
if
yeah?
you're encircled, if you're doing naval exercises and air
I've
exercises,
been doing naval exercises for 20 years in that area. Now people take it a little bit differently, but in fact, larger than they're doing right now. So we'll see. But they've been doing that for 20, 25 years. Yeah.
Will you support an attack, Israeli attack on Iran if Iran will not have a deal? If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles and also nuclear weapons?
If they will continue with
Yes.
Yeah, I just watched
the
that as well.
no more trade. But to both of them, I said we're going to cut you off. No more trade. Then I put 200% tariffs on. The next day they called. We looked at 35 years of fighting, and they stopped. Do I get credit for it? No. They gave me.
no, I
I
think you
did
do.
8 of them. India. How about India and Pakistan? And then so I did 8 of them, and then I'll tell you the rest of it. How are you doing? Okay.
What?
You know, I'll be outside, the beautiful sun. Good. enjoy your lunch. It's a very good group.
Dude, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Like, this is even abnormal for, like, Israeli standards. What the fuck is going on?
Made a lot of progress already. We had about a 5-minute meeting, and we've already settled about 3 of the difficulties. So, thank you very much for being here. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you.
Oh my God, they're just kicking out the press. Dude, look at that smile.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Look at him. He's a psycho, bro. He's an actual fucking demon.
They can't get enough. Well, they can't. But just think so.
Will you support
Been a great friend, and I've been a great friend to you and to Israel, and it's been my honor. And the award that I was given was really surprising and very much appreciated.
All right, so I've got this whole thing. I kind of want to watch the whole thing now.
Yep.
It's not too long. It's not too long.
People could come in. Come on over. We had a big meeting with a lot of people, a lot of talent from Israel and from the U.S. And I think we came to a lot of conclusion and conclusions.
Dude, how loud do I have to fucking make it, you decrepit old fuck, dude? I can't even hear you.
There's very little difference
Speak into the microphone, fat boy!
in what we're looking at and where we want to be, where we want to go. And so I just want to thank you for spending time. I know you're going to be over here for a couple of days, and maybe we'll be surprising us on New Year's Eve. That'll be fine. And it's wonderful seeing you and Sarah and your whole group. Very talented group. We've done very good work together, and it'll continue. So thank you very much, people.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. I have to say that
Why does the White House have the worst microphones on planet Earth? Why does the White House have the worst microphones on planet fucking Earth, dude?
I have to say that
Let's put it up.
in addition to what I said, that
Go to max volume.
A friend.
It's the loudest it'll get.
A friend is President Trump in the White House. I think he's been extraordinary.
There you
His friendship
go.
and his support for Israel. His principled positions. His willingness to just cut through and get to the essence of things. And I don't say that as a compliment.
I swear to God, it doesn't even fucking look like him, man. Like, I know it's him. Unless he's on, like, Ozempic.
I just mean it. People have heard me say that behind your back, Mr. President, many times. But I want to say something else. I think we have a partnership, if I can quote you, second to none. I think it's allowed us to do enormous things. You know, people said there was a different conception at one time, which means that America can advance its interest in the Middle East if it opens a lot of daylight between it and Israel. And President Trump has done the exact opposite. He's achieved remarkable things in the Middle East.
For Israel.
Because we work together. We talk about our ideas. Sometimes we have different ideas, but we work it out. And most of the time we see eye to eye. But it's been a remarkable experience, and this was a very, very productive meeting. And may I say, a very good lunch. Thank you. Thank you for your friendship.
Thank you very much, Felix.
And thank you for your support. It's meant from the heart.
Thank you. You know, as I said outside, he's been a wartime prime minister, and we were, well, I guess I could say I was a wartime president in more places.
You're not a wartime president. You're a war crime president. You've been the president while our nation commits war crime after war crime. You fully funded a fucking genocide. You ain't a wartime president, fuckface. You're a war crime president. You fucking fat piece of shit.
This isn't just Israel, if you think about it, but Israel was a big factor, and we're with you, and we'll continue to be with you, and a lot of good things are happening.
Luigi, what's wrong?
In the Middle East, we have
Weenie.
peace in the Middle East, and we're going to try and keep it that way. I think we will be very successful in keeping it that way, and you've been a great friend, and I've been a great friend to you and to Israel, and it's been my honor. And the award that I was given was really surprising and very much appreciated.
Well, President Trump has broken so many conventions to the surprise of people, and then they figure out, oh, well, maybe, he was right after all. So we decided to break a convention too, or create a new one, and that is to award the Israel Prize, which in almost our 80 years, we've never awarded it to a non-Israeli.
You mean to a fucking goyim, bro? You just gave the best goy in the world the fucking Israeli prize, dude. This is disgusting. Our nation is fucking compromised by these fucking rat Zionist pieces of shit.
And we're going to award it this year to President Trump. This was announced formally over lunch by our Minister of Education, who's responsible for the Israel Prize. It's going to be awarded to President Donald J. Trump for his tremendous contributions to Israel and the Jewish people. I think it's such a fitting thing, and it would honor us, obviously, Mr. President, if you could visit Israel in that occasion on our Independence Day. But I have to say that this reflects the overwhelming sentiment of Israelis across the spectrum. They appreciate what you've done to help Israel and to help our common battle against the terrorists and those who...
Dude, the one silver lining with all this shit is that every time Trump goes on the camera with Netanyahu, every time Trump bends the knee to the Star of David, every time he fucking does that, there's a little bit of unity built up between the right and the left. Not the Nazis. The Nazis are a little bit too far, but the fucking... The people who are like on the conservative side who thought that Trump was going to make America great again, and now they're saying that all he's doing is making Israel great again, while his voters, while their lives have not gotten better at all, they've actually only gotten worse. Every time he does this, he loses more and more fucking support, dude. Every fucking time he does this.
Would destroy our civilization. So, again, that's an expression of thanks and appreciation.
Thank you, baby, very much. That really is a great honor. Any questions, please? We'll go pretty quickly because pretty much we agree on most of the things, and you would know what most of those things are. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to know if you and the Prime Minister talked about having Israel pull back its troops before Hamas fully disarms.
Of course they haven't. Wait. You look at this guy. This guy's me. This guy right here. You think Israel is ever gonna pull back their troops? Are you a fucking moron? They're going to conquer more nations. Jordan, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan. They're gonna conquer fucking all of them.
Well, we talked about Hamas and we talked about disarmament, and they're going to be given a very short period of time to disarm, and we'll see how that works out.
Hey, I know how there's guys raining missiles down on you with autonomous drone systems nicknamed Where's Daddy, but would you mind giving up your AK-47? We promise nothing bad is gonna happen. Bro, this is like an Ark Raiders going into Stella Mott, and some motherfucker goes, yo, just drop your gun, I promise I won't do anything. Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you think we're all this stupid? I know your own supporters are this stupid. I know that, but like the rest of us fucking aren't. There's 360 million people here. We're not all as stupid as your fucking boot-licking, red hat-wearing, inferior rat voters.
Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner will be in charge of that from our side, but if they don't disarm, as they agreed to do, they agreed to it, and then they'll be held to pay for them. And we don't want that. We're not looking for that. But They have to disarm within a fairly short period of time.
Israel withdrawing its forces?
Well, that's a separate subject. We'll talk about that.
Mr. President?
Yes.
Mr. President, did you have a message for the Prime Minister about the West Bank? And are you at all concerned that...
Yeah, he's going to say, you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want in the West Bank. You can go ahead and just colonize the entirety of it. You can make more settlements.
Israeli settler violence could be undermining the peace plan.
Well, we have had a discussion, big discussion, for a long time on the West Bank. And I wouldn't say we agree on the West Bank 100%, but we will come to a conclusion on the West Bank.
If I could ask, what is the decision?
Well, I don't want to do that. It'll be announced at an appropriate time. But he will do the right thing. I know
What?
that. I know him very well. He will do the right thing. Yes.
What? Luigi, what?
Growing fear of a confrontation between Israel and Turkey. How are you going to ease this tension given the fact that President Erdogan called Mr. Netanyahu Hitler and compares Israel to the Nazis?
Well, I know President Erdogan very well. And as you all know, he's a very good friend of mine. And I believe that, and I do respect him, and Bibi respects him. And they're not going to have a problem. They're not going to have a problem. I know him very well. And you've seen me do things with President Erdogan and Turkey that nobody else could have done. We're not going to have a problem. He's done a fantastic job. I'm with him all the way. I'm with Bibi all the way. Nothing's going to happen. Yes.
Mr. President, are you concerned that Israel is not moving quickly enough to phase 2 of the peace plan?
He will never criticize Israel ever. You need to accept that reality. He will never criticize Israel.
Well, I'm not concerned about anything that Israel's doing. I'm concerned about what other people are doing or maybe aren't doing. But I'm not concerned. They've lived up to the plan. They're strong. They're solid. And sometimes they don't understand when somebody violates something that you want to give them a second chance. Well, we'll give them a couple of second chances. But no, Israel's lived up to the plan 100%. Don't forget, we made the plan possible by taking out Iran.
You didn't take out Iran. You didn't do anything, and it was such a fucking failure. You're about to bomb them again, probably tomorrow or on New Year's Day. What the fuck are you talking about?
And speaking of Iran, I hope they're not trying to build up again, because if they are, we're going to have no choice but very quickly to eradicate that buildup. So I hope Iran is not trying to build up, as I've been reading that they're building up weapons and other things. And if they are, they're not using the sites that we obliterated, but they're using.
Thank you for the $50 donation. I'm from West Virginia. I'm also a leftist. I want to say I love you, Chris. I wish we had more people like you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Possibly different sites. We know exactly where they're going, what they're doing, and I hope they're not doing it because...
Hold on, something's wrong. Luigi, what's the problem, girly pop? Are you hungry? Do you want a treat? Come here. Come here. Come here, Wee. Luigi. Oh, I don't really know what's wrong with Luigi right now. She's kind of just crying randomly. I think it's because I'm in here, and I'm never in here at this time. I think she's just fucking confused.
We don't want to waste the fuel on a B-2. It's a 37-hour trip both ways. I don't want to waste a lot of fuel. Okay?
Wait, what the fuck did he just say?
Well, I know President Erdogan. I hope Iran is not trying to build up, as I've been reading that they're building up weapons and other things. And if they are, they're not using the sites that we obliterated, but they're using possibly different sites. We know exactly where they're going, what they're doing, and I hope they're not doing it because we don't want to waste the fuel on a B-2. It's a 37-hour trip both ways. I don't want to waste a lot of fuel. Okay?
Mr. President Trump, this covers your last remarks regarding the Rest of Prime Minister Netanyahu, Herzog office told us that you have not talked after the official request of Prime Minister Netanyahu. Can you clarify to us? Did you talk
Which
about
request
it
are you talking about?
with the President Herzog, the Israeli President Herzog? Did you talk with him directly?
President Erdogan?
Herzog, the Israeli
Oh,
President.
so you're talking
Herzog.
about pardon?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got to say that. No, I think he's going to be in great shape. He's a wartime prime minister at the highest level. He's achieved tremendous success. And I'll say it, if you had 8 out of 10 prime ministers in his position right now, or before right now, maybe, you wouldn't have Israel any longer. Israel would not exist. I'd say two of them would, and 8 of them wouldn't. Those are not good odds. You needed a very special man to really.
He's really holding on to that podium for dear life, ain't you, fat boy?
Carry through and really help Israel through this horrible jam. These are major factions, and it started with our negotiation with Iran. I think it probably started with Soleimani. That was really where you mentioned that today, which started with Soleimani. Bad guy, doing bad things, hurting a lot of people, killing.
He's talking about the previous Ayatollah of Iran. I guarantee you this is the first time he has ever fucking heard of this guy.
American soldiers and other soldiers. But it started right there, would probably be the starting point. And then from that point forward, but you have a wartime prime minister at the highest level.
It's not a war, it's a genocide.
There could be other wartime prime ministers, but they'd lose. He won. And I think the people of Israel appreciate it. I think a lot of the people in the world appreciate it, actually. And because of that victory, we were able to get peace in the Middle East.
There's no peace in the middle. Yo, I'm not going to crash out over this, but like, if anybody actually thinks there's peace in the Middle East and that Donald Trump caused it, like, that person has a mental disability. You're mentally disabled. There's no way around that. You can't just live in a different reality. You can't just pretend that there's peace in the Middle East. Are you out of your fucking mind?
If you had a different kind of a personality, if you had a weak person or a stupid person, and there are plenty of both of them, you would not have had success, and you might not have Israel. And you report for Israel. I know you're very proud of it, and you do a great job. You might not have a job because there might not be an Israel right now if you had a different prime minister. That's a big statement, but to me it's a very simple statement to make. I'm looking at Pete Hegseth, and he's sort of nodding. If they don't have a strong prime minister, Pete, you might not have Israel today. I think he'll go down in the record books. And, I was a big help. I'll be honest with you, big help. Somebody said in the room, if you don't have Trump, you needed a proper combination of everything.
Yeah, dude, you guys are going to go down in the history books together. You really are. He's going to go down as a genocide heir and like the next Hitler, and you're going to go down as the baby back cuck who funded his entire fucking genocide, and as the first pedophile, gay, retarded president. That's what you're going to go down as, you fat, disgusting, fascist piece of shit.
And if you didn't have that combination, which they had, you would not have an existing Israel right now.
Jesus Christ.
And the people of Israel know it. That's why they like me, and it's why they actually like him. He's got a little bit of a love-hate more than I do.
Hey, Luigi.
But you know what?
Hey.
Even the haters have a lot of respect for him.
Hey.
And there's a lot of jealousy about him. A lot of jealousy. Jealousy is a bad word.
Yeah, I bet you're fucking jealous of him.
But I believe you would not have Israel right now, so it's a big deal. Yeah, please.
What is happening? The President of the United States is compromised.
A recent poll showed that as half of Gazans would be willing to leave the Gaza Strip if afforded the opportunity to do so. Back in February, you said that all Gazans should be.
I heard that number today. Half of Gaza would leave. I've always said it. I said if you were given the opportunity to live in a better climate, they would move. They're there because they sort of have to be. I think it would be a great opportunity. But
Yo, that is insane. That's ethnic cleansing. That's like, by definition, that is ethnic cleansing. You're saying that you think the people of Gaza would willingly ethnically cleanse themselves and give up their ancestral land? Are you fucking out of your mind?
Let's see if that opportunity presents itself. But we're helping the people of Gaza a lot. So is Israel, by the way.
What, Luigi?
So we'll see what happens. But I saw that there was a poll. It was actually more than half the people would leave if they were given the opportunity. And I've been saying that for a long time. To me, it was common sense.
You keep on saying if they were given the opportunity. Are you admitting that Gaza is an open-air prison? Are you admitting that they're not allowed to leave? That they can't leave? Is that what you're fucking admitting? That these people are locked in an open-air prison? Because, like, that's what Gaza is. But they've always denied that.
So it's interesting.
Why wouldn't countries accept them?
Look, let's not talk about it because we don't want the controversy. Right now we're helping Gaza. But if they were given the opportunity, I think even higher than that, the group that did the poll is usually, I call them negative pollsters. You have a lot of them. And yet this poll was, I think, very accurate, other than it would be more than half the people.
Luigi! Hey! Stop it! Stop it!
If given the opportunity, but they haven't been given that opportunity.
Cut it
so
out.
We'll see what happens.
Point of understanding regarding Syria.
Thank you for the $50 donation. How long do you think the U.S. would last when China gets involved in a Venezuela-Taiwan conflict? I don't know, a couple of fucking days, dude. China would beat the shit out of us.
We do have an understanding regarding Syria. Now, with Syria, you know, your new president, I respect him. He's a very strong guy.
He's talking about a former leader of ISIS and a former high-ranking member of Al-Qaeda. The leader, like, just so you know, like the new leader of Syria, he's an actual member of Al-Qaeda and a founding member of ISIS. He himself has killed American soldiers. We're not talking about like hyperbolic terrorism. No, this guy was a literal fucking terrorist.
And that's what you need in Syria. You can't put a choir boy. You can't put somebody that's a perfect person. Everything's nice. No problems in life. You have the opposite there.
Oh, no, I agree, Donald. I'm not looking for a perfect person to lead Syria, but maybe not a founding member of ISIS and not a high-ranking member of Al-Qaeda. That would probably be a good place to start.
He's a strong guy. We get along with him great. I can't ask for any more. He's been with us all the way. We had that mishap with ISIS, and he was with us all the way. He was fighting us. You know, he was fighting them. So
he was fighting us. You're right. He was fighting us when he was in fucking ISIS.
I hope Israel, I'm sure that Israel and him will get along. I will try and make it so that they do get along. I think they will. Bibi, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, well, our interest is to have a peaceful border with Syria. Our interest is to have, and we openly say it, we want to make sure that the border area right next to our border is safe. We don't have terrorists, we don't have attacks, and we also want to secure our Druze friends. And by the way, I think not only the Druze, but other minorities, especially the Christians, should be protected as well in Syria and throughout the Middle East and in Nigeria. In your efforts,
oh my God, and in Nigeria, this is the holy war, by the way, orchestrated by Satan Yahoo. There's a fucking holy war that is about to begin that has been orchestrated by the Prime Minister of Israel, and your 17 and 18-year-old cousin is gonna fucking die because of it. He's going to be sent to go fight in Iran, and he's going to get shot in the fucking head because Bibi Netanyahu has decided we're having a fucking holy war. No, on God, bro, we are so fucked. On God, we are so fucked.
Completely, because Christian communities are beleaguered around the world, and especially in the Middle East, but in parts of Africa too. And we stand.
Yo, Chatter just said Assassin's Creed was right and the Templars are everywhere. Every fucking day I realized that Assassin's Creed was a warning. Assassin's Creed is not fiction. Like, sure, maybe like the shit when it comes to the ancient artifacts is bullshit, but the whole Abstergo Templar shit, bro, this shit's fucking real.
For the same thing.
And don't forget, it was President Erdogan that helped very much get rid of a very bad ruler of Syria. That was President Erdogan. And he never wanted the credit for it, but he really gets a lot of credit. Bibi agrees with that. I agree with I mean, I know it. And President Erdogan should get a lot of good credit for what he did. He got rid of some very bad people. And, you know, they've been wanting to do that for 1,000 years with different names, but for 1,000 years in Syria. President Erdogan did it, and we give him a lot of credit. I give him a lot of credit. But I think it's going to work out well between Syria and Israel. Yeah, go ahead, please.
The Lebanese government, what we saw, is not meeting the terms of the ceasefire agreement, has failed to disarm Hezbollah, actually. In your view, should Israel strike the terrorist organization again?
Well, we're going to see about that. We'll see about it. The Lebanese government is at a little bit of a
Dude, he can't even say no. He can't even say that you can't bomb Lebanon. This motherfucker was so compromised. Dude, look at, I mean, just look at this, bro. Look at the way, you can tell who has the power in this room. And it is not Fat Boy clinging onto the podium for dear life because his fat fucking ankles can't hold up his fat fucking body. It's this piece of shit. This piece of shit has all the fucking power. And he's like, yeah, we're going to bomb Lebanon because I fucking said so.
Advantage, if you think of it, with Hezbollah. But Hezbollah has been behaving badly, so we'll see what happens.
Another operation of Israel in Iran. You said before the meeting with Netanyahu that you're in support of Israel if the ballistic missile project will take on and also the nuclear weapon. But after the meeting, after what you know from the intelligence, how close are we to another war with Iran?
Well, I don't want to say that, but...
What do you mean you don't want to say that? Hey, Mr. President, how close are we to another war with Iran? We're not going to war with Iran. That's what you say. Because we shouldn't be going to war with Iran. And he goes, I don't want to say that. So what? Tomorrow? The day after that? What the fuck?
Iran may be behaving badly. It hasn't been confirmed, but if it's confirmed, look, they know the consequences.
Hey, enough! No barking!
Consequences will be very powerful. Maybe more powerful than the last time. Yeah. And Iran should have made a deal the last time. I gave them the option.
That's a lie. You didn't give them any option. Israel surprise attacked them, you lying fuck.
I said, you can make a deal. Do it. I told them, do it. And they didn't believe me. Now they believe me.
Badly, and what do you mean by that?
This is just what we hear. But usually, where there's smoke, there's fire. Have you heard the expression?
What do you mean related to the nuclear capability?
Well, no, I'm hearing that they're not nuclear yet, but maybe nuclear too. The sites were obliterated, but they're looking at other sites. That's
You
what
said, no, they're not nuclear, but they're nuclear too. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. My president is an actual fucking brain-dead troglodyte. I am led by a compromised pedophile, sex trafficking, gay retard who is compromised by Israel. He's literally fucking compromised. He's not allowed to say or do anything against the Israeli lobby. Holy fucking shit.
They're looking, so it'll take a long time. They're not going to go back to where they were, but they have other places they can go. And if they're doing that, they're making a big mistake. Yeah, please. There's no reason for them to do it.
Mr. President, is the United States currently open to engaging in bilateral discussions with Tehran? We're hearing reports from numerous countries that there may be some discussions. Is that something you would support, or something that is
I would.
You
Sure.
would support that?
I would, yes.
Right now. Thank you, sir.
I have been, by the way, before the war, I would support that. I said to him, baby, I said, let's negotiate. And they didn't believe what was going to happen would happen. Yes, ma'am.
Exercises basically to test encircling Taiwan. Can you explain to us what your
Just global war, bro. It's just global war. Mr. President, you got anything to say about Russia wanting to take 80% of the Ukrainian land? Oh, nothing really. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't have a deadline. Mr. President, do you have anything to say about you bombing Venezuelan land? Oh, nothing. I have nothing to say about that. Mr. President, you have anything to say about bombing Nigeria? Oh, I got nothing about that. Oh, Mr. President, you got anything to say about fucking bombing Iran? Oh, nothing to say about that. What? What? Oh, Mr. President, China's about to invade Taiwan! You got anything to say?
Of that, what do you think about that? Have you had any discussions with China
Well, I have a
about
great
that?
relationship with President Xi, and he hasn't told me anything about it. I certainly have seen it, but he hasn't told me anything about it, and I don't believe he's going to be doing it.
Does it worry you?
No, nothing worries me.
But
Nothing.
You said where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So if you're encircled, if you're doing naval exercises and air exercises.
Well, they've been doing naval exercises for 20 years in that area. Now people take it a little bit differently, but in fact larger than they're doing right now. So we'll see. But they've been doing that for 20, 25 years. Yeah.
Mr. President, if you don't see Hamas disarm in that short amount of time that you're giving them, can you tell us what the next steps would
It'll be
brutal.
Horrible for them.
Call me a pre-watch, Andy. I know this motherfucker like the back of my hand. I swear to God, if Hamas doesn't disarm, we're sending our own troops. Because I don't know if you know this, the Hasids in Israel, there's a Hasidic Jew population who refuses to serve. They refuse to serve because of their religion. And they have started a petition to get American troops fighting in Gaza instead of them, despite the fact that there is mandatory service in Israel, that every citizen must serve. They have started a petition to get your cousins to go fucking die in Gaza because they're too chicken shit to go do it themselves.
Horrible. It's going to be really, really bad for them. And I don't want that to happen. But they made an agreement that they were going to disarm. And you couldn't blame Israel. By the way, we have other countries that will come in and do it. They said, let us do it for you if they don't. Countries that were with them wanted the deal to be made, agreed that they would disarm, and now if they say they're going to disarm, that's fine. If they say they're not going to disarm, those same countries will go and wipe them out. They don't even need Israel. You know, we have many countries, 59 countries that are in agreement. This is a real peace in the Middle East.
No, it isn't, dude. Oh my God, bro. These fucking people. The Middle East was carved with rulers and protractors. You go look at a European map and those nations have natural borders, mountain ranges, rivers and shit like that. In the Middle East, it's straight lines. It was drawn by white British dudes after World War I. That's why all the fucking nations end with the word Stan. Because Stan in Arabic means land of, and these fucking British colonialists were like, oh, who are you guys? They were like, oh, we're Pakis. And they go, okay, Pakistan. Oh, what are you guys? We're Turkmen. Okay, Turkmenistan. Who are you guys? Oh, we're Afghanis. Okay, Afghanistan. There's no peace in the Middle East because you got fucking Sunni and Shia Muslims who have been fighting with each other for fucking centuries, who are put into different places where there's like a fucking uncle over here and a cousin over here, and it turns out now they're in two different fucking nations because some psychopathic British fuck didn't deem them as human and decided to carve out their fucking land to hand out to the rich fucks. There's no peace in the Middle East.
And Hamas is a small part of it, but it's still a part of it. But we have 59 countries that signed on, big countries, countries that are outside of the Middle East, as you know the Middle East. They want to go in and wipe out Hamas. They don't want Israel. They don't need Israel. They want to do it because it's the right thing to do, because they were for the deal based on the fact that Hamas pledged, they swore that they were going to disarm. Now, if they're not going to disarm, those same countries will wipe out Hamas. Yeah.
Thank you for the $20. Appreciate that, Spike.
In
Or
Gaza
Kelly.
Strip, even in the near future. And the same question to Prime Minister Netanyahu. Do you see a real opportunity that the PA will be in Gaza?
Go ahead, Mimi.
I think President Trump put clearly the conditions of reform that he wants to see in the PA for them to be involved. And I think he put it very clearly what he wants to see, the kind of real reforms, not just perfunctory reforms, but real reforms. Stop pay to slay, change the curriculum in your textbooks, open up a different society and a different future. If they do it, well, let them, I think it was clear. He put
Pretty clear.
He put guidelines that were, by the way, in the Trump plan of 2020. And they were put then in the 20 points and it's up to them.
Remember this, if we didn't do what we did to Iran, just to make the subject just slightly different, you wouldn't have peace in the Middle East. You wouldn't have a deal signed in the Middle East. You wouldn't have a deal. Because other Arab nations, which are great people, I know them very well, I know them all, they're great people, they wouldn't be able to have agreed to peace in the Middle East because you would have had a dark cloud hanging over everything. It wouldn't have been possible. So Iran has been greatly reduced in power, prestige. I don't want to use the word humiliation because, you know, they're trying to build up again.
Brother, you just did. You just did. This is like, hey, listen, man, I don't want to call you stupid as a fucking piece of shit doorknob, but, you know, you're making a bad move. Like, oh my God.
But we can't let them build up because if they build up, there can't be peace in the Middle East. It was a mistake. You know, when they wiped out Iraq and Iran were about the same power.
What? Yo, this guy doesn't know the first fucking thing about the Middle East. I'm not kidding. The President of the United States doesn't know the first thing about the Middle East. Iraq and Afghanistan, they were in the same power level. Oh, fuck, dude. Yo, what? What?
And they fought each other with different names for 1,000 years. And then our country came out and blew up one of those two countries, namely Iraq. And all of a sudden, Iran had the whole Middle East all to itself. But that's not true anymore. That's not true anymore.
Your
Say it?
Tell us something about your plan to expand the Abraham Accords. If you can tell us something about your plan to expand the Abraham Accords.
Well, the Abraham Accords are a great achievement of Jared and everybody. I mean, it was one of the great achievements. They'll be expanded. Countries are already talking about expanding it, and they'll be expanded fairly quickly. Yeah, please.
What about Saudi Arabia? Is it still on the table? The normalization?
Saudi Arabia is great. We have a great leader, and a friend of mine, and a friend of a lot of people. Also an enemy of some people, but those people aren't doing so well. No, Saudi Arabia has been very good, as far as I'm concerned. They've done everything that we can ask for.
Yeah. Normalization with Israel is on the
They're getting along great with Israel. They will. And at some point, they'll sign the Abraham Accords.
Mr. President, so one of the big domestic tasks ahead of you is to pick a new chairman for the Fed.
Yeah.
You've said that you have one favorite, but you're
I do.
also doing interviews. So
Why the fuck are you asking about the Fed chair when Bibi Netanyahu's in front of you, you phony-ass journalist?
Hasn't changed.
You phony-ass
Right,
bitch.
and there's plenty of time.
Is
But
there
in the
any
meantime,
chance?
we're doing numbers that nobody's ever seen. We have $18 trillion coming in. We had a 4.3% GDP. They thought it was going to be 2%. And that's despite the Democrat shutdown. Had the shutdown not occurred, we would have had an extra 1.25. Think of that. We are doing, and also despite the fact that we
It's
have
almost over.
a fool at the Federal Reserve. I mean, Biden reappointed him. It's too bad.
You fucking reappointed him, you dumb dementia-riddled bastard. You fucking reappointed him. He was put in under Biden, and then you reappointed him. You dumb fuck.
I thought he wouldn't have done that. But he's an absolute fool who's building a new Federal Reserve, or he's doing a renovation of a building. Maybe he's up to $4.1 billion to do a renovation of a few very small buildings.
Brother, you spent $300 billion creating an Epstein memorial in the White House. You knocked down the East Wing to create an Epstein memorial.
It's the highest price in the history of construction. He's spending more money than any building has ever spent per square foot.
Wrong.
On the renovation of.
Wrong.
As an example, I'm doing a magnificent, big, beautiful ballroom.
Dio dammi la serenità di accettare il costo che non posso cambiare, il coraggio di cambiare le cose che posso, la saggezza di capire le differenze, il nome di Padre e di Spirito Santo. Dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
That the country has wanted, the White House has wanted for 150 years. It's a massive job, and it's a tiny fraction of that number. And we're under budget and ahead of schedule. Now it's bigger than I told you. It's you know, after realizing we're going to do the inauguration in that building, it's got all bulletproof glass. It's got all drone. They call it drone-free roof. So drones won't touch it. It's a big, beautiful, safe building, but it's, you know, it's a big project.
Did he just call it drone free? He just said the roof of the ballroom is going to be drone free. Oh my God, it's a bunker. Oh my God, it's a bunker. It's a fallout bunker. It's a fucking bunker. For the wealthy elite, dude, you get a ticket. You get a ticket. You get a ticket. You get a ticket to Trump's ballroom. And it's actually a ticket to the fallout shelter when shit hits the fan. That's what this is. That's what this is, bro. It's a fucking fallout shelter. It's the world's biggest fallout shelter.
Of that, we're under budget and ahead of schedule, and they've wanted it for 150 years. Think of it, the Federal Reserve building, 2 buildings there, they don't know what they're doing. They're way over budget. I mean, almost, this was built during the Biden administration, and I rode by it the other day, and it's headed by the head of the Federal Reserve. Too late, you know, too late, Powell. Too late because he's always too late with interest rates, except before the election, he was too early.
Also, I know, side note, Jerome Powell. Trump used to have really good nicknames, right? But calling Jerome Powell Too Late Powell, I think that's the worst nickname he's ever come up with. I actually think it's worse than Marjorie Taylor Brown because green grass turns brown. I actually think that's the worst nickname he's ever come up with in his life.
Because that would have helped. That was supposed to help get her elected. It had no impact. We won all 7 swing states. But no. We're thinking about bringing a suit against Powell for incompetence. Because
you're going to sue your own Fed chair?
These aren't outstanding buildings. These are small buildings. He's at $4 billion more. It's going to end up costing more than $4 billion. $4 billion. It's the highest price of construction. Again, Democrats. Highest price of construction per square foot in the history of the world.
None of that is true. Like, that's just not true. There's no way I can, like, combat that. That's just a lie.
It's never been. Gorgeous monuments are built for a much smaller price. So we're thinking about bringing a gross incompetence, what's called gross incompetence lawsuit. It's gross incompetence against Powell. And it was his baby. And the guy's just incompetent. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
Was that a fucking... Did he just shoot a booger straight out of his fucking fat nose? Am I crazy?
Price. So we're thinking about bringing a gross incompetence.
Watch him.
It's called gross incompetence lawsuit. It's gross incompetence against Powell. And it was his baby. And the guy's just incompetent. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. He's just a very incompetent man, but we're going to probably bring a lawsuit against him. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Bibi, congratulations.
When do you expect an announcement then on Powell's replacement?
January sometime.
And will you ask Jay Powell to resign?
Well, he should resign.
Entirely?
It'll be a favor to the nation. But he's come close. I mean, we're getting pretty close. I would fire him. I'd love to fire him, but we're so close, you know, maybe it. But maybe I still might.
Will you sell F-35 to Turkey?
Say it?
Are you going to approve a selling of F-35 to Turkey?
We're thinking about it very seriously.
And what is
What prevented?
reaction to this?
They'll never use it on it.
Thank you, President.
Okay. President of the United States is compromised. Straight up fucking compromise, bro. Israel might bomb Iran tomorrow. Probably before the fucking New Year. Maybe even on New Year's Day. Who fucking knows? But they're gonna bomb Iran in the next couple, I don't know, 72 hours or some shit. What was this about? Just literally Trump saying Israel can do whatever they want to anybody in the Middle East and we will support them no matter what. That is what you just heard. You just heard him say that Israel can do no wrong and he will always support them under all circumstances. Yo, this is so fucked, man. I'm gonna make a video about this tomorrow, but this is so fucked up, bro. It's definitely a coke trip. You're out of your fucking mind if you think Donald Trump's heart could handle cocaine. You're out of your fucking mind, bro. He can't do cocaine. Maybe amphetamines, but he can't do cocaine. All right. What do you think BB has on Donald? Videos of him fucking children that were gathered by Jeffrey Epstein, because Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent. All right. I'm done. I'm out of here, man. I had to show you this because, like, I couldn't watch that alone. I could not watch that alone. This shit is so disgusting to me. This shit is so fucking disgusting. I'll be live again tomorrow morning. We'll go over this again. We'll do a little recap tomorrow morning. But, I mean, sweet fucking gravy. What the fuck, dude? All right, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you very much. GG's. Later. GG's. Later, guys.